What's up, y'all? So I broke my mic. So I'm gonna have to do it the ghetto way and use my AirPods. I'm over here. I hope y'all can hear me. I really hope I'm not on here looking goofy right now. But I'm gonna try to make this quick. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've been on here. I've been distracted. I have been distracted, y'all. Whew. And I don't want to I see my babies is poking through this shirt and they distracting me. So I'm like, I want to focus on this message. So, all right, I've been over here really just feeding my mind, y'all, feeding my spirit, just getting back to me. I've been doing some things, that I've been neglecting for myself that really makes me who I am, that takes me to my authentic self. Because I told you I've been distracted. But um I don't want to talk about that. I want to focus quickly on this message. Really, why I'm only stating that is because it's led me to where I am. But as I've been meditating and as I've been just, you know, um, going through this experience the past 6 weeks, I've realized I got a revelation today. And I've realized, I've been doing this dating shit all fucking wrong. And since I've healed myself, I do admit, I am totally getting different experiences, but I've still been, noticing certain cycles. So I'll do the work. I'll do the reflection and see, okay, how am I running into this again? And I thought this situation looked different, and I realized, in those moments, I really can only get upset at myself because it's an area where I found myself being vulnerable, you know, and the reason why, when things go left and you you find yourself in those moments where you're vulnerable and or you at least thought you healed from those moments, you kind of get upset with yourself, and in those moments you have to show yourself some compassion because it's hard when you feel like you've learned a lesson and you repeat that lesson and you realize, like, damn, God, I got it wrong again. Ooh, y'all, I got it wrong again. So let me tell y'all how I got it wrong. So first of all, since I've been healing, and not really dating since my last relationship, I started to again, recently, and I'm not going to say nothing bad about that man. Nothing bad. Really wish I didn't have to cut him off. He fucked up though. He fucked up real bad. Um, Again, wonderful man. Love the way he treats me. But he was moving like an op to a certain degree. Um, and he didn't play his position right with me. So I had a checkmate. Um, but that's neither here nor there. What I wanted to say was, I'm realizing how you persevere through this dating world. And I'm realizing, especially with this situation, because I was doing it, but then I wasn't to a certain degree because I found myself kind of people pleasing in this situation. And I can't get mad at nobody for myself on this because that's the lesson that I thought I learned, which clearly I did not. And I realized why I ran into that situation because I didn't even respect my own boundaries with certain things because that person kept wanting me to constantly give them my time, constantly give them my time. And I didn't have that time to give. And I wasn't benefiting enough to give that time. And I was finding myself still doing things, and it was causing my feminine energy to get off balance because at those moments it was just requiring too much of my energy, and I hadn't been, dealing with that person long enough for me to. It was feeling like wife. It was feeling like Niggas needed me to be a wife, and you ain't giving out enough money for that. Um, the little gifts and shit be cute. The dates and shit be cute. The thoughtfulness shit, cooking, the boyfriend shit is cute, but it's not doing shit for me, especially when I'm not the one that wants a relationship. So this is what I'm noticing that I'm gonna do next time. This is where I fucked up, and I want y'all to think about this. If you're not already doing this, I want you to think about this, because this is why we get so upset. At the end of the day, you're going to use somebody for something and they're going to use you for something. Like, that's the point of having connections with people, period. Everybody is benefiting some way, somehow. And in those moments, you have to make sure that it's the equal trade. And when I say it's an equal trade, what I mean by that is what you might be using somebody for and what they might be using you for, that can look different. But the sacrifice that you're making, it has to make sense for you. Okay? So you got to really understand, what are you willing to deal with? So going forward, what I said, what I am going to do, we all want connection. We all want some type of relationship with somebody. It's hard to just be in this world. This is a cold world, but we also don't want to be out here being played. So going forward, this is how I feel. From the person who I have turned into, this is how I'm going to be coming at people, because I'm a very transparent person. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to hit them with, basically, I'm going to tell them, like, I don't really have a lot of time for you. You know, I'm going to hit them so raw and uncut and just let them know, like, listen, I am not happy with where I am. I've spent a lot of time investing in others, helping others grow. And you know what it's done? It's put me further from where I want to be. Yeah, I'm ghost to a lot of people. But to me, and with men, and this is my experience, I can't speak for everybody else's. This is my experience. But for me, men be wanting to take me off the market immediately, and I am not BSing, boasting, bragging, and I'm not saying it's for the right reasons. I'm talking about my journey, period. They be wanting to take me off the market, and with me coming from people pleasing, I put myself in fucked up situations that I don't be wanting to be in, and I be upset. Why? Because it's taking me off of my grind, because now I'm taking my energy from my money to go over to this individual to give them all this stuff that I have worked up to, when I'm raising my vibration, doing the necessary inner work. And you know what? This person, who it looks like really isn't who they say they are, they're taking my energy. And guess what? They're not pouring back into my cup. And guess what? I'm the one tired. I'm the one drained. I'm the one upset. I'm the one over here trying to figure out how these bills are going to be paid. And guess what? When the energy exchange is not making sense, and when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing to make it make sense for me, and then you're bringing in chaos when I was just in a calm world, guess what? You moving like a knot. So now you got to get treated like a knot. Grown to the point where I take abuse and think, because you doing a few things and buying some designer or whatever, or buying gifts and shit, you think that I'm going to take certain abuse. You think that I don't love myself enough, so I'm going to take this bullshit. Never. So the next time that I date, I'm going to tell that person, whoever this individual may be, because I'm tired of wasting my goddamn time, y'all. I'm going to just basically hit them with the, listen, I don't really have a lot of time. I'm not happy with where I'm at. And to get to where I want to be, that requires me to have to do the work. So I can't be rushing into a relationship. I can't be seeing you all of the time. I can't be on the phone with you all of the time. Why? Because when I do that, that takes me away from the things that I need to do to get me to where I want to go. And unless you're an individual who is going to meet my standards and give me the things that I need, where I feel like it's an even exchange, then no, I'm not going to do that. And what does that look like as far as meeting some of my standards? That's going to require you to be able to lead. That means that you're going to want to be a provider. You're not going to have a problem with taking care of your home. Also, that means that we're not going to be out here fucking just lying. We're going to know how to communicate, and we're going to take accountability for our actions. There's no reason why, I have to question who I'm sleeping with. Period. Who wants to go through that? Because guess what? When you got to go through stuff like that, when that brings chaos into your life, guess what? As a woman, you cannot be in your feminine energy. Guess what that does? That makes you get angry. That makes you upset. That's masculine energy. After a while, it's going to make you want to fight when you see that the person keeps doing it and their words are not matching their actions. Men don't like that, right? You want me to be all sensual, soft, right? Well, in order for me to do that, I can't be worrying about how the fuck I'm going to get to the next level, right? So if you're going to move crazy, you're supposed to at least take care of your business. The person needs to be secure. I need to feel secure. I can't be fucking on you every day, making sure dinner is done, maintaining my house, your house, still got to work like a fucking slave to get where she wants to go, and all she wants is freedom. Women want to be able to be like this. If you make a woman feel like that, guess what? You're not about to hear that nagging. Guess what? The things that you want are going to be done if you have the right woman. It has to be a balance. I can't be over here giving you more than what I'm receiving. Regardless of whether you believe it or not, but like, women are supposed to be receivers, men are supposed to be givers. Period. They're providers by nature. So I mean, and I feel like, anybody that I have this conversation to, which I feel like the people that I attract, it's not a problem. Now, if they can afford to be able to handle it, that's going to differentiate, if a person's BSing you or whatever. And it's easy to tell if a person is, their money's not matching how they boast. The brokest ones be always lying. You ever meet a person that's always constantly talking about what they had? Not go there, because I don't know who be watching my shit, and I don't be wanting nobody to feel like I'm deliberately talking about them. But I feel like since it's a part of my life and it's my example, I'm allowed to speak on it. I ain't say no names, but my thing is, I just see bullshit when I see it, And where I messed up is, ladies, you don't get emotionally attached. I knew better. I knew better. I was a little rusty. I've been doing a little dating stuff for a minute, but I mean, when a person is treating you right and their actions are matching their words and shit, they're meeting your standards, it's easy to do that and be vulnerable. When a person is bringing out your feminine energy and feelings of yourself that you didn't even know you were capable of having or producing that easily, you want more of that. When you feel safe, secure, like you don't have to have worries, you want more of that. But also, when you got to get out of that little la la land and go back to your life, and you feel like, whew, back to working hard again. That little la la shit, you gotta put that to the side. That gotta be temporary, because you gotta take care of yourself. Like, at the end of the day, people are gonna choose themselves. Period. And if the math ain't mathing, and I'm sorry for some individuals who want to take less, I'm not saying you have to agree with me. Again, this is what I want. I am a Taurus in stability and security, and I don't want to be worried about money or or if something fucking happens, or am I gonna have to work for the rest of my life? I want freedom. I want to be able to do what the fuck I want when I want, and I'm tired of working. I was a mom at a young fucking age. I've been working like a slave since I was a kid. I've been I'm tired. I'm not here on this earth just for that. I want to be able to be I want to be able to be more purposeful, and slaving and making another man rich. What is that doing for me? Period. So, when you are dating in this world, ladies, I am recommending you don't give all these men your time, and you definitely don't get emotionally attached. Now, if you feel like that person is is making is they're meeting your standards and they're being impeccable with their words are matching their actions, then most definitely you do where you feel led. But what I'm saying is, it's not worth the sacrifice when you are putting somebody else before yourself. If you know that you're tired and you've been working and working, and now this person wants to, you got kids and stuff, or even if you don't have kids, you still have to take care of you. If you are giving somebody so much of your time, so much of your energy to the point where you're forgetting about yourself, that's a problem. If you find yourself starting to feel drained, tired, you feel like your energy is getting low, you don't understand why you're so frustrated, getting just agitated, irritated, moody, or starting maybe even going to a depression. Start doing some self-reflecting. If you find yourself getting out of your little hookup and you got to start looking at the common denominators, and the common denominators is pointing at a person, who you gonna choose? You or them? Because if you choose them, you're people pleasing, period. And that's not good. When we people please, usually that comes from childhood. It came to a situation where you noticed that, a loved one, maybe a parent, you did something that they wanted, and you got maybe praise from that. You an adult now. This your world, and that's hard to break. Watch my other videos if you want to learn how to break from that. That's hard to break, but choose you, or you're going to constantly keep recycling the same experiences, But what I will say is, when you start working on you and you start doing that inner work and you start raising your vibration, the higher your frequency is, the higher frequency of men you attract. I am a walking testimony of that. Walking testimony of that. But see, the thing is, yeah, they're looking good financially now. Yeah, they're looking good, stable now. The thing though is, there are other things that I require that people just aren't. They're not doing the work. And the problem is, I'm not saying those individuals are not capable of it, but everybody wants to rush you into relationships and just rush the situation. And when you're doing that, it'd be like, what is the motive behind that? Why do you want to do that? I feel like I'm just talking to y'all and hearing my lips dry and shit. But what is the rush? Why are we rushing into a relationship? I don't even know you. And I'm not saying it has to be a time limit on anything, but like, I don't care. With my journey, I've been through a lot of shit. The age that I am, with the children that I have, I can't take certain risks. And it's gonna take more than just a few months for me to be able to feel like you're worth that risk. I done took that risk one too many times and then got it wrong. I'm a Taurus. Yes, I'm bullheaded, but listen, certain lessons I'm just not trying to learn again. I hit my head hard enough. Like, I said, God, goddamn, like, but it be my fault because I don't be freaking getting the lesson a lot of times. And sometimes you need that lesson to make you realize, like, yeah, it's really time to tighten up. I love every experience that I've gone through, whether it might look like it's good or bad. I try to take the blessing and the lesson out of any experience that I've had, despite what the outcome may look like, despite how the situation may move. I connect with people, I read people, very attuned with myself. So it's easy for me to connect with another soul. The thing though is, like, I've been the type of person who has been by myself pretty much my whole life. Up until an adult, it's just being these two kids. I moved away from home quite a bit. I Alarm went off. It's about to be time for me to go to work soon, but I don't typically associate myself with a lot of people, so it is easy for me just not to deal with a lot of shit. I just At the end of the day, I feel like I'm the realest nigga I know. I do. I don't move a certain type of way. Like, I don't move shady towards people. If I really say I care or I fuck with you, that's just that. You don't have to question my loyalty. One situation that I have recently learned though is, you're only loyal to your household. You're honorable to everybody else outside. Nobody taught me that. I just had to learn that. And I agree with every bit of that. So I've learned an area that I need to improve in, and I will apply that now. So I know I'm going to get new results. But it's a cold world out here, y'all. It's a cold world out here. And, some people might not agree with me. And a lot of men, they hate when I talk because I be talking that. But a lot of people won't agree with me. But that's just typically, an individual that doesn't want to really take the time out to work on themselves, you know? So that makes them feel better about where they're at in their life. I'm not accepting certain shit. Like, I know what I do by myself. I've been doing it for a long time. I don't need nobody to come be a bill or a burden. You know what I mean? I said I need security. So unless you're gonna give me that, unless you're going to take a burden off of, you know what I mean, off of my shoulders, unless you're really going to come bless me, and I'm sorry, yes, that's financially. That money has to look a certain way because I can make my own money. I need you to be able to give me some type of security. I need you to be able to tell me, sis, baby, you don't have to work that hard. Like, I don't need to be wasting my time and not getting nothing out of the situation. That's just not going to happen. I don't live that life no more. And if you're living that life, and whether that's by choice or whether you didn't realize you was living it and you just came to realization, if you're conscious now and you want more for yourself, quit accepting that shit for yourself. That time that you're investing in that other person that's driving you freaking crazy, where you know that you probably not about to be with them, cut their asses off and give that time to you. And definitely quit fucking on them. Like, that's another thing. Power of the P. Men, what does science say? Think about sex. It's a crazy amount of times per hour. Like, you think that means you ain't got no power? In certain countries, that's why women have to cover up. Like, you think you ain't got no power? Use that shit. I had to learn that at a late age too. Use your assets. Like, fuck these men. Shit, they gonna take advantage of you. They gonna see how much they can get out of you. They gotta see what you're going for. Again, be honorable to the people that's outside of your household. People gotta prove themselves. Don't nobody want to do the work no more. I'm not dealing with that shit. Like, I am okay with being by myself. I truly love myself that much. I have learned, it was hard, but I have learned how to truly just enjoy being with self. Guess why? Because when I'm in that space, it's peaceful. Yeah, sometimes it gets lonely. It don't gotta be. It don't have to be, because the more you work on yourself and the more you raise your vibration and you actually put in the work to actually put yourself in situations to meet new people, they're gonna be more like-minded. You mirror people that are basically showing you areas that where you are in life. So it's just like, you gotta pour into yourself. It has to come into a time where you gotta take the time out to pour into yourself. People are not doing that. People are not giving themselves enough of their time. We giving ourselves too much of our energy to other people. We do that shit enough if you got kids. Like, and then we want a date. Yeah, we want I can't even talk, companionship. But like, that shit ain't worth it to me. I've been going through this forever. I've been in relationships forever. I'm tired. I want a new way. I want it to look different. And I'm seeing that it can be different. So that limited belief that I used to have that it couldn't be, I've improved myself to make myself realize I deserve more. Once you start believing that about yourself, you be like, oh damn, I really liked him, but he fucked up. Next. Because you when you start seeing that you attract better and better and better and better, you the prize. Or her laws, whoever the hell you dating, their laws. They lost out on you. Period. You know who you are. You don't take certain shit. Because if you take certain shit, you take that person back. Guess what? That's saying I accept this. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely freaking not. For what? What are you doing for me to accept this type of treatment? What? Why should I take this? Why should you be the person? Why should I agree to be with you and deal with this shit when I can be just single out here in this world where I can meet a millionaire tomorrow? I know the niggas I pull. I know the people I attract. But why would I commit to someone and take myself off the market and take myself, the person I work for will buy me some shit, like that ain't doing nothing for me. Like, come on. You got to be smarter than that. You gotta be smarter than that. Like, don't just commit yourself to anything because you want a relationship or you want some companionship. Like, Niggas love the chase, period. Niggas love the chase. Don't just be taking any type of abuse. You're the catch. You got something they want. Don't give in too easily. You give in too easily, guess what? They get bored with you. So it is what it is. But I got to go to work. I said I wasn't going to make this damn video that long, and I lied apparently because I'm at 25 minutes. But I appreciate y'all listening. If you're not following, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's been real, y'all. Talk to y'all later.